If you have a training partner, then you can practice those same techniques on kicking and punching targets.
Chuck Norris isn't just a Hollywood action star. He's a symbol of discipline, dedication, and martial arts mastery. Behind the legendary kicks and screen persona lies a man who values respect, honor, and integrity. Over his decades-long career, 6 figures in martial arts and Hollywood tested those principles. Chuck never reacted with drama, but he remembered. This is the story of the 6 men who challenged him and the lessons he quietly carried. Early life and rise. Born in 1940 in Ryan, Oklahoma, Chuck Norris grew up in a modest household, overcoming early struggles with confidence and physicality. Shy, reserved, and often overlooked, he discovered purpose when he joined the United States Air Force and encountered Tang Soo Do in South Korea. Martial arts became his foundation, a path of focus, discipline, and self-reinvention. Returning to the U.S., he trained relentlessly, competed, and opened dojos, building a reputation as a world-class martial artist before Hollywood ever noticed. Hollywood breakthrough. By the 1970s, Chuck's dedication led to roles in films like Breaker, and The Octagon. His fighting skill wasn't just cinematic flair, it was real, earned through years of tournament competition and intense training. By the 1980s, with Walker, Texas Ranger, Chuck had become a cultural icon, representing strength, morality, and perseverance. Alongside fame came scrutiny, and while many admired him, a few others tested his principles in ways that would stay with him for years. Bruce Lee. Rivalry with respect. Chuck's collaboration with Bruce Lee in Way of the Dragon became legendary. Behind the scenes, the two had different philosophies. Chuck valued structured technique and discipline, while Bruce emphasized adaptability and unpredictability. Their dynamic wasn't conflict, it was mutual challenge, a test of skill, focus, and philosophy. While Chuck publicly praised Bruce as a visionary, the experience reinforced his commitment to discipline mastery, and their respect for each other's approach remained layered with silent rivalry. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Showmanship versus discipline. Van Damme's cinematic style emphasized performance, athleticism, and flair. Chuck, grounded in real-world martial arts, saw the distinction between spectacle and practice. While never disparaging Van Damme publicly, Chuck chose not to collaborate, signaling his preference for authenticity over theatrics. His perspective highlights a lifelong commitment to the integrity of martial arts, valuing substance over style, dedication over drama. Steven Seagal. Confidence and humility. Seagal rose to fame in the 1980s with unmatched on-screen calm and skill. Off-screen, Chuck noticed differences in attitude and approach. Seagal's confidence sometimes bordered on arrogance, contrasting with Chuck's emphasis on humility and respect. Rather than conflict, Chuck's response was measured distance. Respect and reputation, he believed, are earned quietly, not claimed through self-promotion, and that principle guided his choices regarding interactions and collaborations. David Carradine. Honor and Hollywood decisions. In the early 1970s, Kung Fu went to David Carradine, a role initially intended for Bruce Lee. Chuck admired Bruce and viewed the casting choice as reflective of broader industry trends rather than personal failure. While he didn't speak negatively of Carradine, Chuck recognized the challenges of Hollywood and remained loyal to the values behind martial arts. His reaction reinforced a consistent theme. He measured actions, not appearances, and valued principle above spectacle. Joe Louis. Friendship and professionalism. Joe Louis was once both a friend and a fellow martial arts champion. As Chuck's fame grew, differences in focus emerged. Louis leaned into Hollywood opportunities while Chuck balanced film with the deeper teachings of martial arts. Though their paths diverged, Chuck maintained respect and silently adjusted boundaries, demonstrating the importance of loyalty and measured professional distance. Sylvester Stallone. Collaboration with integrity. During The Expendables 2, Chuck insisted the project reflect his personal values: family-friendly tone, integrity, and honor. Stallone accommodated, but subtle tension remained. Chuck's choice to participate once and move on reflected his philosophy. Collaboration should align with core principles, and maintaining personal standards was always more important than prolonged compromise.